Okay, first open this worksheet last cell -1, and we want to make a new sub procedure, and it's already suggests the title and everything, so maybe it's better to open module and insert a procedure, and the title should be remove sign and sub and public. Okay, and inside this subroutine we want to put this code like that. Okay, before doing anything, let me just emphasize one thing. This Excel last cell is very important kind of code in Visual Basic. Look at here, whatever the active set worksheet is, we are looking for a cell, and it doesn't come with a specific index like 1, 2 or whatever. Instead, it uses special cells command, comes with that command, which means we are looking for the last cell in this active set, the selected one, and we want to select that last cell. So what is the meaning of last cell? Let's say if this is our active worksheet, right? Whenever we choose it, then last cell in this worksheet should be this one. So in here, our last cell is not this one or that one or even this one. The last cell means just try to make a rectangular range starting from A1 and cover all the given contents. Then what is the top right side cell? In this case, this one, right? So meaning is the last cell is the top, the down right side of the range, which covers all the given contents in that worksheet starting from A1. So if we just go that page, our last cell is changed. This one has different last cell, so that is very handy. Without knowing the actual position of the last cell, we could call that cell and using that index of that cell. So active cell right now, because we select the last cell, so we can say just active cell dot row. It gives us the number of the row of that last cell, and this one giving us the column number of the last cell. So this line is just for ourselves. When you run this code, the message box shows, okay, what is going to be the last cell. Okay, then it gives us the index. So if you want, you can just delete it, right? If you're so sure about it. Okay, and the next one is, okay, after we check the last cell, we want to run through all the cells by these two for loops. The first one covers all the possible rows, and second one covers the columns. And especially in this case, the rows from 1 to IR, which is the last kind of row number, right, to cover the last cell. So it's very handy, right? Without knowing the actual number, actually we can make this kind of code. Same thing for the column numbers. Okay, good. Then for each cells within that rectangular shape, the first one you want to check is whether it's a numerical or not, and at the same time whether it's empty or not. If it's empty, yeah, that's it. We don't want to do anything, so you just go to the next one. But if it's not empty, right, not empty, and it's numerical, right, so it's not empty, but if it's a text or some string, then we just ignore that one too, right? So only when there is a number inside the cell, right, that's the meaning here, right? Then we want to do certain things. That certain things is we want to make a copy of the contents in that cell to this cell. The column numbers are same, but the row numbers are changed, adding 10, right? And after we do that, we want to check one more thing, whether that the contents in that chosen cell is like a percentage with 2 decimal notation. If it is, then we want to do the following things. First, we want to multiply 100 to that contents. And do you remember in this chapter we define this function? Visual Basic function, right? So we are going to just use it directly. So whatever the number, actually the percentage is in the cell, we want to make 100 times of it. And by doing this way, the number format changed to general, which means we are not going to accept the number as a percentage. It's just changed to just general formats. Okay? So you can see what's going to happen here, right? First, yeah, we are going to get 10 number down, right? So 11, right? Because we are going to copy that one to here. It's not empty, it's a numeric, so we are going to get 2 here, exactly copy of it. But for this, it's not. This is empty, so we are not going to do anything. So automatically we are going to have empty here too. But for that part, it's not empty, but this is not numerical. It's text, right? The string. So we are going to also skip this one too. And it doesn't go to here because our column number should go up to 4, right? Because that's our kind of area that we want to check. So it should go there. It's empty. So skip, empty, skip. Now this is percentage. So we just it's a kind of numerical and not empty. So we want to do it. So first it's gonna copy and paste here. But because this is percentage with 2 decimal notation, we are going to change that one to 3 because we have to multiply 3 and change to general formats, not numeric or something like that. So we are going to expect 3 here. So let's check it whether it goes that way. Okay, so let me run. Then it says the row number for the last cell is 6, right? And it selected this one, right? The last cell is selected, and that row number is 6 and column number should be 4. That's right, and click OK. Then it just copied this whole thing to the bottom, and it's only just copying the numbers, right? The numerical ones, not the text one and the empty one. Okay, and we change this percentage to just a general number. Okay, now the last part of this task is we can do something else, right? Even we can change the formats. Actually, the whole task is talking about we can change certain formats in there. So not just changing to some integer style or some general formats. How about changing formats of percentages? So instead of 2 decimal, how about 4 decimals? Okay. So let me open this Visual Basic one more time, and to doing that, actually this is the part we change the formats of that cases, right? So instead of this, from our lecture note, the suggestion is replacing these 2 lines with that line, right? So whenever we have that kind of style contents, we want to change the formats in this new, it should be 10, new cell with these formats, right? Instead of 2 decimal, how about 4 decimals, right? So we don't change anything, only that, but we already did something in here. So let's go to the next one, having exactly the same ones. When you started, your selected cell is somewhere else, but when you start running this program, it's going to select the last cell, right? Okay, let's run this. Then it select the last one, and this message box shows the number of rows and columns. When you click OK, it's gonna copy the whole thing and paste here. And now instead of 3.00%, it gives us 3.000%. 0000. Okay, so that's how you can change it. And there are many ways to change it, right? So please check the reference books to cover all these steps.